Nobody is too far past redemption. Nobody is. My name's Laine. I'm a man in long-term recovery. I'm a dad, a brother. I work for Cumulus Media as an on-air personality, so I'm on the radio. I also have a podcast called Tragedy to Triumph, where I share amazing stories of hope from people in recovery. I'm a teacher at the Ohio Media School, and I teach broadcasting, which is baffling. Drugs have always existed in some capacity in my life. You know, I first experimented when I was a teenager. I don't think that that defined my addiction, though. I believe that, like many people, I became fully addicted through pain medication prescribed by my doctor. And even though I was smart enough to understand that this may be a slippery slope and bad for me, I wasn't able to stop. That created more and more problems in my life. It caused me to lose that great job that I had, my sense of self, my ability to provide for my family. And I was arrested. From there, I was exposed to a life that I had no idea really even existed. I had never been in trouble with the law before that, but it started a downward spiral where for the next 9 years of my life, that's pretty much all that existed. I have possession of heroin, possession of cocaine, possession of methamphetamine, OVIs, needle charges, running from the police. I've been giving a lot of chances and done a lot of stupid things. But because I believe that the disease of addiction is real, I believe that those things can change the way that we think and our actions because we're a slave to the drug itself. It wasn't a problem until it became one. And then it becomes something that grows well beyond human control. And it's been evident on how many people are losing their lives today. It wasn't until I was well established and had a family and responsibilities that my life had changed. Only a handful of years ago, I was running from the cops and hiding in my mom's closet so the police would not arrest me, and now I get to do what I do, which is just wild. To be able to do something that I've always wanted to do. It's baffling to me at times because I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think, especially when I was in the midst of my addiction or sitting at the Justice Center looking up at that TV and seeing, you know, just normal things. I just never thought I could have it. And yet I get to come to a place that I love coming to every single day. And I get paid to use my voice. Who would have ever thought someone would be like, wow, we want to hear what he has to say. I remember having a really bad day, a day that I would have typically gotten high over. The divorce, my brother took his own life, and the pain inside of not being able to be there for people and having destroyed so much was a lot to bear. Late at night, I was in the mirror and I was looking at myself. I didn't recognize the person looking back. I hated myself. I was telling myself I was worthless, that I'll never amount to anything, that my kids don't love me, that all the things that come with causing damage. And I remember saying I was worthless over and over and over again. Then I was told I had to go to bed by a security guard, and I laid in bed, and I was angry at God, and I put a pair of headphones on, and a song started to play, and it started off by saying, mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall, telling those lies, pointing out your flaws, that's not who you are. And it was crazy to me because I was just looking at myself in the mirror and this song is saying, this is not who you are. I see you every night. I see your rose in bloom. Just at the side of you, you're oh so priceless. And I remember this opposite to what I was just telling myself in the mirror, that I was worthless. And now all of a sudden this song is telling me I'm priceless, that I have value. And I knew in that moment that if I had another chance at recovery, I needed to take it because I was going to use my voice to pull other people out of the trenches. So that within itself changed my viewpoint on recovery, that I was worth it and that other people are. Someone still loves you. You just gotta be able to love yourself. It's not easy, but if it can happen for me, it can happen for anybody. I was tired of just taking. I needed to give. collectively, I think the important thing about The way I teach is treating that person like I want to be treated. It keeps me engaged. It's a kind of a way of giving back as well. For the purposes of the podcast class, right, in terms of creating something and making an impact in the media world, I think they always say, what is your brand? And I personally believe that your brand is you and what you've been through and what you like. I want to encourage that. This whole do big things concept where it's turning the tragic stuff into the triumphs of life moving forward. So I try to do that with anybody that I come in contact with, especially the students here at the school. I was in treatment from the end of 2016 through early 2017. And there were services that were provided, including going to meetings, mental health. You could see a doctor. This really great therapist who works at Hamilton County Adapt came in and said, if anybody needs to talk, that she's there. Most people don't take her up on that offer because they felt as though it was going to keep them there longer. And I realized it didn't matter, that I really needed to fix whatever I have going on, and maybe she could provide me some help. The help that's available to us is out there, but no one's going to come and give it to you. There's so many more resources today, especially with rise in the recovery pods and outreach and sober living. Like, you can get everything done before you even leave jail now, which is awesome. People tend to feel as though they have to carry the weight of the world on their shoulders, that they have to make all the changes themselves. But there are things available to us. People want us to do better. They want to be associated with your success. So let people help you. They say a lot of times in recovery, like, you have to change everything. And when I've realized you don't have to do it all at once, which is great. I've got a lot to work on. Well, that's fine. Work on something for today. Work on making one positive change. And then you do the same thing the next day. And then what happens is, like, the more you do this, the more you give of yourself to other people, those relationships repair. People start to see something change within you. Your best chance of success is to surround yourself with like-minded people who want the same thing you do. I started hanging out with people that I wanted what they had. And I wanted a life of recovery. I wanted a life that people trusted me. They are proud of their dad, you know what I mean? The last time that I had gone through this, and I talked to these children on the phone from a jail cell, and I recognized that they still loved me, that they still thought I was an awesome dad. I didn't feel that inside, but I thought if that's what they see today, and how can I make sure that I believe that I'm a good dad? Your kids just want you. They just want to spend time with you. And that's something that was insanely important to me, because they thought that I was already great. I didn't feel as though I was. So in order for me to prove it to them, I needed to get up and actually rise up and do something with my life. My first goal in getting out was that let me just be a good dad. That was really it. And the best way to do that is to show up. Most of my life revolves around trying to show people that they have value, because at one point in time, I didn't think I had any. The more I help people, the more I am helped in return. It's like this cycle of recovery. I'm always going to be a work in progress, and I'm not fixed. It's like looking at myself in the mirror and saying, Aaron, you're a good dude, and knowing that I'm doing right things, because I still mess up a lot, but I'm not trying to cause harm today. I'm not trying to be that guy I used to be. I love myself today, and I think that was the biggest catalyst, was to say, look, I am forgivable. I believe other people are forgivable. I believe that we can't just be based off of a piece of paper, felony or not, that we have value. And if we're able to tell ourselves that we do, we can accomplish anything. I really believe that, because it's happened in my own life, and it's happened in the lives of other people. My name is Aaron Laine. I'm a father, a man in long-term recovery. I'm a radio personality. I'm a teacher. I am a son, brother. I'm a 5-time convicted felon. I have changed my life. I am you.
We want to hear from you. What did you think of Aaron's story? Write us a letter or submit a social services form through your facility.